All right, and we'll do it. So let's warm up our usual G major. We'll go through a few machinations there with G major to make sure it's working really good. We'll start with just the regular old scale. I'm just going to make this a little bigger so I can see you all and watch your bows. Okay, here we go. Ready? G. Now arpeggio. Ready, go. Now, how's everybody feeling about their G major? Did that go pretty good for the most part? Good. Let's up the game. Let's go faster. So it's going to be like this. Dum, 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 dum. Okay? I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, go! How was all that? Stay in pretty good? Medium? Let's do it again. Right away. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, go! How was all that? Any better? Good. How about you, Heather? You feeling good in that key? Any problems? There's a few bugger notes there.
The second scale, what was that?
Still
I guess
G.
I missed it.
Still G, just faster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Want to try it again? Let's do it again. One more G.
Sure.
Yeah, one more G. And then the arpeggio. So scale and then arpeggio right after it. Yeah, that could be it. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Everybody looked very confident that third time. That's really good. Now let's do some double stops in that key, okay? Let's do the 2 bows per. So like this. And we'll do kind of a moderate speed. Do you need these, Sharon? You have them? Okay, good. Okay. So a moderate speed. So not as slow as we're used to doing them. A little bit quicker, kind of like this. Like that. Okay? Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3, go. Now, it looked like people were kind of doing it, but kind of finding their way a little bit there with the faster tempo, eh? So we'll do it again. Any problems, or is it just because of the speed? Because we're not used to that speed. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's do it again. I don't want to go any slower. I think you can handle it. So let's try it again at that same speed. And if you need help with any of them, then just let me know, and I can let you know what they are. Okay. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go. How's that feeling? Is it okay? Okay, good. We'll keep working on it. You know, double stops take time. They're not easy. The intermediate class is working on exactly the same exercise as you guys and, you know, kind of having the same time with it. So it's normal, totally normal. But just know that you're ahead of the game doing it, which is great. Now, let's see. Let's practice. Why don't we practice a few tunes in the key of G just for fun and games? So, like, for instance, did we do Skyboat Song? Did we do that one? No, Sharon? Okay, I'll get it up on my screen for you. It's a nice one. I got a couple of kids playing that one. Skyboat Song. Here it is with fingering. There we go. So I'll share my screen here so you can see it. There. Whoops. Okay, now since it's been a while since we did it, I'm going to play it so you can hear what it goes like, and then we'll give it a try. That's it. All right. Now, why is this here? Yeah, for some reason, there's another set of numbers here, but just disregard those. The numbers that you're working with are down here, but hopefully you're reading the music anyway, right? Especially a tune like this. Anyway, so let's give it a go. We'll do it a few times and make it sound nice. And the main thing you want to be concerned with this tune is intonation, number one, first and foremost, and number two, rhythm, with the long notes. Holding out those long notes for their full due. And if you have to turn the bow around, go the other way, go ahead, that's fine. Okay? As long as you hold it out. Alright, let's give it a go. Same speed as I just did it. 1, 2, 3, go. 2, 3. Now, what do you think there, guys? How are you feeling? It looked great. Looked like you were having no problems, but how are you feeling about Skyboat Song? Is it all right? Anybody having any difficulties? It occurred to me while I was doing it, the opportunities for double stopping in this tune. There are quite a few. If you look at the way that I do it, you can play. Now, this is theoretically, of course. I would never do this much double stopping. But if you wanted to, you could do that whole first phrase with the G string. See, that just sounds beautiful. That's the G going along with that. And then the next phrase you do with the D. See that? And then you can do this with the D. Now that one there, that one would be tricky to do with either the open A or the open G, because if you look above it says C, and that means a C chord. Okay? So the guitar player would be playing a C chord there. So that means that you could kind of play the E and the A because that's in the C arpeggio, but it's not kind of screaming out to me. So I would just kind of leave it alone. And then when it gets to the last chord there, I play a G1 with it. So when I double stop that whole passage, it sounds like this. That's how that sounds. And then I would kind of do the same thing for the next line. But this time I would end with the G string, the open G. Octave. And then the next part I would do with the D string. And then this with the A. That's a D1 there on the bottom. And then this is, you can't really... That long E there in the middle, I would probably play a D1 and an A1 at the same time, because it's an E minor chord. And then I would keep going. With that open D at the end, I would just play the open A. And then, see how that works there? Okay, so those are your kind of your options for dressing it up a little bit, because a tune like this is not that hard, and I'm sure you guys have it pretty well under control. And so it'd be really nice to add the odd little double stop to it to dress it up a little bit. Okay, so why don't we try it one more time, and you can mess around with that idea. And then I'll answer any questions people might have, and we'll do it another time. And then hopefully you'll have a couple, because I only do a few, but it's nice, and you might like it yourself. Let's give her a go. So when in doubt, go for the open G or the open D strings. A 1, 2, go. All right, now, how did you do with the double stopping? Did people try to do a little bit? No? Yeah, it can be kind of overwhelming to try to do that. Who did try it? How did you get along, Julie?
I tried some, Dan.
Oh, how did you get along, Elaine?
Well, okay, but I think I was losing the note, the actual note that I should be playing, and so it wasn't too successful.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'll give you guys like some definite good ideas to do. So that opening phrase, the first 2 bars, and how many times do we do that in the tune? We do it like 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We do that 4 times, that opening phrase, by the time we're finished. And so you could try to just make a goal of playing the G string with those 2 bars every time it comes along. See that? Just the one goal of that. Because it's repeated, right? And it should carry over into others. Okay, but we'll try that again. How about you, Julie? How did you get along with the double stopping?
I got along pretty well with the open G, adding that in.
Yeah.
But I had a question about adding, like thinking about double stops. Do you tend to put in like a lower note than the melody that you're playing rather than a higher note? Is that sort of what I should be thinking about as thinking about adding double stops?
Yes, correct. Yeah, it's usually a lower note. I might do an upper note, to get fancy sometimes. But in general, it's the lower note that's providing the support for the melody note that you're playing. You see what I mean?
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Not always,
So
but most.
The open G is coming in good, so
That's
like
great.
in the start in that first part of the bar. So pretty happy with that.
Yeah, just if that's coming along, concentrate on that because it's going to give you the skills to do the other ones, and just kind of focus on that and make sure you do it every time. That's very good plan.
Okay.
So Sharon, you didn't get any in. You didn't, but this is a kind of a new tune for you.
I find double stops difficult. And it is I know the song, I've just never played it.
Right.
So it was okay there. Yeah, I find double stops. I need to practice them.
Now,
I don't seem to have the right weight. I have to learn how to distribute the weight correctly on the string.
Okay.
The lower ones are okay. The first 2, 3, but then anyway. So I didn't even try because I'm not.
Oh, but you just told me something. So the lower ones are okay, but so the ones with the D and the A string you had trouble with, and you were talking about weight. And let me tell you that when you double stop on the D on the A and the A, you don't really need any weight. If you have the right angle, it should catch the both strings.
My angle isn't correct yet.
Okay, and this is it. This is your tiller. This is how you adjust the angle as you go along. See that? A little move like that with these 2 fingers. Okay, but when you said that, it really told me a lot because if you're getting along okay with the lower strings, they do need some weight. See that? So you seem to be getting that. Okay, so let's try, this time we'll try with no weight at all on the D and the A string. Just try with nothing at all. And you might be surprised, it might work out totally well. A lot of people do need a little breath, right? But I find if you start with nothing, and you add in, you'll find that sweet spot that's going to work for you, okay? So it does sound like you're getting a start on it, which is good.
And the comment you made earlier about, I missed what you said. Oh, just try and play those ones if you're just starting out.
Yes.
What were the two notes?
It's the G string. So it's with the first 2 bars of the tune and the where it gets repeated, the 2 bars right below it. Every time you hit those, try to play the G string along with that whole passage every time. Okay, that'll give you some good skills, and then we'll work on the other ones there. We'll keep developing it and work on the other ones as well. But that's going to be a very good start for everybody. Okay? Yeah. How about you, Heather? How'd you get along with the double stops? I like your shirt too, by the way.
It was a great summer. Pretty good. I just farted around and experimented.
Good.
So it got a bit messy, but getting the feel for, playing around with them. So it was
that's
fun.
good.
It was good.
I'm glad to hear the messy, because that means that you're experimenting and trying out a few things. And when you first start doing double stops, it is a bit messy. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just the way it is. But you should let the mess come. And I'm glad to hear that you're messing around regardless. It's really good. Keep doing that. And let's try do it. So we're going to try it again. And I want you guys to really concentrate on that first opening phrase, doing it with the G string. If you get none other double stops in the whole tune, that's fine, as long as you can get that one. I think it's going to help everybody. So, one more time. Okay. 1, 2, 3. A little bit more success that time around? A bit? Keep messing with it. We'll do more next time. We'll keep working on this double. This is the perfect tune to try to work on double stops because there's so many opportunities, and by the time you get it all, it sounds really nice. Okay? Now, I was thinking about playing Danny Boy. And I can't remember what key we were doing it in. What key did I do it on the video? You were playing it, Elaine, there. Do you remember what key we were trying it in?
It was D.
It was D? Starting with the C sharp there. Yeah. And the reason I mentioned it is because I had to play it twice yesterday. Because in the morning, I played... my camera is all askew here. My boy uses my office to play Minecraft. And my cat also hates me these days. And I came downstairs this morning and my cup that holds my microphone was on the floor. And the picture of Johnny Doherty here was on the floor and busted all over the place. So he got busy last night there. He's really mad at us. He really wants to go out. Anyway, so I played a funeral in the morning in the East End with my friend Debbie Quigley, who's one of the best pipers in the city. She's from like Ulster, Northern Ireland, and she grew up here, but she moved here when she was a kid, and she is just one of my favorite pipers in town. She's just lovely, and this family, I know the family, the Keens, the grandmother died, she was 90, Mary Keene, and so that's pretty good age, and they got in touch with Debbie because they wanted somebody to play Danny Boy at the funeral, which is a very common, I get that a lot. And they told her that they were looking at YouTube clips of fiddle and pipes and also fiddle and whistle, and they preferred fiddle and whistle. So one of the best pipers in the city came and sat there and played the whistle for the entire thing, which I found to be hilarious. But anyway, so I played Danny Boy for her in the morning, and then in the church service in the evening, we played Danny Boy again. Right? So it's kind of a theme. Now, we were doing it in the key of C there with the choir, and it's such a beautiful key. Now, just to illustrate the difference in the sound of the keys, I'm going to play you the first phrase of Danny Boy, right? And I'm going to do it first in the key of D, which is the key that I recorded for you guys on the YouTube, and then I'm going to play it in the key of C, and you're going to hear the difference in quality of the two keys, and tell me what you prefer. So here it is indeed. Okay, that's D. Here it is in C. Difference that makes changing keys, eh? Now, what do you guys find about that difference? Like, what do you notice? How about you, Elaine? You were kind of nodding your head first. What do you find is the difference between the two keys?
Well, I don't know. I think when I'm listening to it, I'm sort of singing it in my head. So that C key, blends easier, and it.
Yes, that's a good point, because tell you the truth, most people would have trouble singing it in the key of D because it would get a little bit high, right? Mm-hmm. And C would be way more comfortable for most people. And so your ear is probably hearing that, and it kind of sits more comfortably on your ear as a result. So that's a really good point. And most of the time, if you've heard this song sung, it's going to be in the key of C, no question about it. How about you, Julie? What did you find the difference was between the two keys there?
Well, I'm not sure if it's the way you were playing it, but when you started with D and then went to C, the C sounded just more like mournful. So I was thinking like if you were, it was just that mood to it, kind of took it down a little bit. And I don't know if it was just hearing the difference between the two.
Absolutely. C is a muted key, right? C has all the notes that don't really ring on the fiddle, like F natural and C natural. And so it takes the volume of the fiddle down a little bit. And that's what I thought you guys would notice right away. Like when I'm playing it in D, the G's are ringing and the D's are ringing and the F sharps are ringing, but when you play it in C, you don't get that. It becomes a little bit muted, and as a result, more mournful or lonesome, as they call it in Ireland, right? So that's really good that you noticed that. That is exactly the kind of the difference. Now, how about you, Heather? What did you notice between the two keys, or did you notice anything? So I know you're brand new to music.
Definitely a difference. Mournful, I totally agree with that. It was more Irish. There was more Irishness about it.
Cool.
Yeah. So therefore more mournful.
Well, the Irish are pretty mournful, especially at a certain time of night, for sure. How about you, Sharon? What did you notice there between the two keys?
I didn't really notice much.
These sounded similar to you?
I noticed a difference.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, I really don't like Danny Boy.
You don't like Danny Boy?
I know I'm probably the only person in the world that doesn't like it. I understand it's always played, and I think I'll enjoy playing it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Sharon doesn't like Danny Boy. He wouldn't be the only one. It's it's not my favorite, but that's because I've had drunks singing it to me since I was like 6 years old. At Kaylee's that my dad would have. Oh, Daddy, I got something for you. And then they'd start it, like every time. But anyway, did I find music for it or not, or was it just by ear? No, we did it by ear. We played it by ear. And so I'll give you a little hint for trying to get it. It starts on the C sharp, so that's G3 stretch. And then we scale up to the 2. And then it's 1, 2. So maybe I'll just kind of call out the odd number as we go along for Sharon here. Because this was an exercise in people trying to get this song, it was a while ago now, trying to get this song on their own by ear off of my YouTube channel, see? So let's see what happens here. We're going to start with G3 stretch. It's a C sharp, and we're going to go up the scale to D2. Then that's going to be Oh Danny Boy. The D2 is the boy. Okay? So let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, A1, D2, down we go. G2, D2, 3, A. 1, A, D2, open, 2, 1. Back to the G3. 1, 2, A1, A, D2, down we go, G2. Up the scale, 3, 2, three, 2, 1, open, 1, open. Now open A, up we go. A, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, A, 1, A, D2, D open. A again. A, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 1, A, D2, 1. A, E1, E, A3, 1, 3, A, D2, D. G3, D, 1, 2, A1, D2, 1, D, G2, G3, open D. Yeah. Sharon, you did good. You did very, very well there. I was watching your fingers. You got a lot of that.
Watching you, and yeah, it was good. Thanks for calling them out.
No problem. Now we're going to try it again, and I'm not going to call them out. Okay? But I have a feeling you're going to get along okay. I mean, that's why we're doing it. It's such a familiar song. You don't have to guess, right? So as long as you know what note you're starting on, you should be able to get through it, I'd say. So let's try it one more time now that Sharon has bravely figured it out. So it's the G3 stretch we're starting on, and we're going up the scale to D2. Ready, 2, go. A1, G2, D2, 1A, D2, open, 2, 1. G3, A1, D2, G2. Up the scale, 3. 3, 2, A string, up we go. 2-2. D2, open D. Open A again. 2-2. 1. D2, D1. A's. E1. E. A3. 1. D2, open. G3. A1. G2. 3. D. Again, Sharon, really good. And how's everybody else doing with that? Have you got that under your fingers? Okay, and how's it sounding? Is it in tune? Yeah.
I'm finding it okay again. It's coming back.
That's great.
When you call the numbers, I can't listen to that at all. It just confuses me all.
Yeah.
I go by the letters always.
Yeah, I know.
Listening. Yeah.
Yeah. There's like half and half people that do letters and numbers, you know? And then the letters people get pissed off at the numbers, and the numbers people get pissed off at the letters, and it's like that, you know? Anyway, let's do it again one more time. I'm not going to call out anything. Sorry, Sharon, you're on your own. We'll see if we can get through it, okay? I will tell you at the beginning it's G3, and up we go. And boy is 2. Okay. Here's your C sharp. It's a hard one. You might want to tune it. It's a sneaky one. 1, 2, go. Let's do it again, one more time with feeling. instead of up the octave there at the end. Did you know that you can do that? So instead of B, C, D, you can do it up here. See that? And my buddy Danny Williams, who sang that song, he used to do that at the very end. He'd go up the octave and he'd hold that last note there until everybody started clapping. That which would be the high D. Well, he did it in C, so it would be the C. So that's going to be, let's see, I'm just blanking here. That would be it there. And for a singer, that C there on the A string, that's a hard one. Anyway, so that's Danny Boy. So it's worth practicing. It's a really everybody plays it, and you already know it in your head. So it's definitely worth practicing. Now, shall we get to more important matters such as Devil's Dream and getting it to a decent speed? First, I think maybe we should play the A major scale just to make sure we have it, and because it's a bit of a change from the key of D. Not a huge change, but a bit of a change. So we'll warm up the key of A here. Get your tuner on, drink of water, and we'll get ready for Scottish. Okay, so here's your A for an A major scale. So if you want to get that A in tune, and make sure it's comfy, not reaching or reaching back, just kind of comfily down. Okay, and we'll do this scale. Ready, go. I got to admit, mine wasn't perfect. I had to pull a couple of notes in there. I don't know, it was first thing in the morning or something like that. First thing in the 11 o'clock in the morning. Let's try it again. Okay. Are ready? Go. Okay, that was much better for me. Let's try an arpeggio now. All right, nice and easy. This is a hard one. Here's your A again. Ready, go. One more of those, just for strengthening. Ready, go. How's How's everybody feeling about A? Sharon's having a little bit of A-itis there. I get it. I understand the phenomena. My dad used to call it B-flat-itis. Because when you play in B-flat, you got to pull your hand back to get B-flat and E-flat there on these two strings. And you got to still reach forward for the D and the G. So you kind of cramp your hand a little bit. And so if you play for a long time in that key, Dad used to say you get B-flat-itis. You'd be like, oh, God. You know, and it does happen when you move into these keys. You spend some time there, at least in Cape Breton we do anyway. We try to keep thinking of tunes in that key, you know what I mean? So before you know it, it's 40 minutes of playing in B-flat. It's like, oh, God. Ugh. Anyway, okay, so everybody's feeling good about A? Let's up the speed. Let's do it one more time, but a little faster. So like this. Okay? Keep your wits about you. Here's your A. Oh, 1, 2, 3, go. Feeling good? That was great. Okay, very good. So let's get Devil's Dream going here. Let me get it up on my screen so I don't make any mistakes or improvisations. Because Devil's Dream you can really improvise on if you want. I remember me and Brian were playing a show. Well, was it a gig? It was a party. And I love playing parties. Like, I gotta say, you know, Tunes in the Corner is basically my favorite type of gig because I can play whatever the hell I want. It's amazing, you know? I just sit there just with Brian and just be saying, you know, how about this one? How about that one? It's just my favorite type of gig. So we were doing this gig there not long ago. I was at a yacht club and we were just Tunes in the Corner. And just for a laugh, we started to play old-timey tunes. So, Old Joe Clark. I don't know if you guys know any of those tunes, because, you know, you're all Scottish-Irish people, but they're really fun. So, Old Joe Clark is this one. See that? And then Little Liza Jane. Anyway, so just for a laugh, we started doing that, and we did Devil's Dream as well, and we played everything in the key of A you can imagine playing on Devil's Dream there, because it's open to it, you know? Really great fun. And if you guys ever want to learn any of those tunes, like I've taught them to people, I have YouTube videos of them, we could do them. They're really good practice for a lot of things. Like, for instance, that Old Joe Clark, I use that tune mostly with kids because it's so simple and it's all quarter notes basically. And so if they get the pattern under their fingers, you can go fast with the kid. Like, well, usually a group of kids. And then it's for them, it's really rewarding. They're woohoo, you know, and you use that tune to kind of like get things going. So if you ever want to try doing that stuff, I'd be more than happy to do it. Except you're going to get a Scottish-Irish version of it, that's all. Strong accent, you know. Anyway, okay, Dale Among the Tailors. The Old String Crossing. Oh, yeah. So let's just start doing it. We'll just start going nice and easy, not too fast. And we'll just start playing it. And as the problems come up, I will deal. So let's see. How fast did we leave off? You think we can handle that fast? Let's give it a go. Okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3, go! we doing with this string crossing business here, ladies?
It's tough.
It's tough,
I'm
eh?
still learning that.
Yeah.
Just practice. I just need to practice.
I was going to ask you, Sharon, do you need a copy of this with some numbers written in there, or are you getting along okay with that?
No, I'm good. I think it's the I'm getting the DF combination.
Yeah.
Except I'm not in tune, and then that screws my head up.
Oh, yeah.
So then when I get to the so I just need to practice that, and then the CE combination. I'm just going CAC or EAE if I can't get my C down.
Oh, you can't get your C down. Okay, no, you make such good points. So with the first one, the D to the F one, let's all practice the double stop, okay? Because that's how I do these string changing sections. I put both fingers down there. Like, if you watch me doing it, watch my hand here. Everybody see my hand there? Is that okay? So watch this. See that? So we're going to work on this double stop. That's the first one. That's B and F together. Okay? So that's first finger on the A and first finger on the E at the same time. It doesn't have to be bang on in tune, guys, because you can finesse it. You can kind of do this. See that? But you just got to be able to have that finger down on both strings at once. That's the most important thing. And then there's this one. The 3 and the 1. And we've practiced it. We practiced it in the G scale, in the arpeggio. See that? Except now it's on the E and the A string instead of the A and the D string. So practice those two. Let's do it together. Well, first of all, the ones. That's what I call it, the ones. So you got the 1 down on both strings. Let's try that. We'll do 2 bows of it. Ready? Go. Now, how's that feeling? Everybody getting that? Let's do it again. Ready? Go. Okay, 1 more go at it. Ready? Go. Now, let's try the D, F one. So put your D down. Leave your 1 where it is. Put your D down. There it is in tune. Now try that one. Ready? Go. Try it again. Ready? Go. Try 1 more time. Ready? Go. Okay, now let's try doing that passage. So D111. Ready? Slow. One more. Now, everybody's hand that I can see looks really good doing that. I see the 1 is there, and the 3 is going on and coming off, and going on and coming off, and that's exactly the way to get through that passage, all right? Very good, very good. Let's do it 1 more time. Get the hand in the right shape. We're going to speed it up. There it is. There's your double stop. And we're going to do it, okay? Ready, and... Oh, that's great. Really good. Really, really good. You feeling that? Is it smoother now? That's great. Once you get your hand in the right shape, you can really fly. I call that a little movement and a lot of music. So it's one move that I'm doing there, and I get all that music out of it. Now let's do the other one, C to E. Here's what it should sound like. I love this double stop. I use it all the time in a song in the key of A. C sharp and E together. This is a little easier one, but let's tune that double stop. Okay, now let's try the passage slow. Ready, go. I'm just noticing while I'm doing it here that after I play the C, I pick up my finger at the same time as I'm playing the E. Watch me do it here. This is a better shot of my fingers. And that seems to be what my hand is doing. It does occur to me that lessens the chance that I'll be touching the E with that finger and make a squeak. See that? I think that's why I do it like that. I'm not really sure. But it might be an idea to get into that habit. So let's try it again. C sharp and E, tune the double stop. Now let's do the passage, okay? Same speed, and ready, go. Okay, how's that feeling, everybody? You getting a good result there? Good, let's speed it up. So let's do it this fast now. Okay, here's the double. And let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go. And of course, I forgot to mention, but you kind of have to start these things on a down bow. Because bowing them starting up, very awkward. Very, very awkward. So that's a contributing factor there. Now, how's everybody doing with the C to E passage? Is it getting better? Okay, good. Let's now try to go between them. So it's going to look like this. Okay, we'll go slow at first. Give yourself a chance to get the hand in the two shapes that you need there. So nice and slow to start off with. Ready, go. Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you which one we're starting with. Let's start with the C to E, and then the next one will be D to F. Okay, ready, go. D to F. Again, C. D to F. C. D to F. One more, C. How are we getting along? You feel like a French ambulance? Man, I felt bad last night. Like for half of that church service / concert, the sirens were going full blast right on the corner. It was fire trucks and then ambulance. I don't know what happened, but everybody went. Because it was fire trucks and then ambulance and police, all within about 7 minutes, non-stop sirens. Like, and the poor guy, like, he finished out the one piece they were doing, and then he just waited. And I don't blame him, because there's nothing, you can't compete with that. He just waited until they were done and then continued on, you know? That's the danger of playing downtown. Anyway, let's speed it up a little bit now. So let's go like kind of like this. It's kind of like Thunderstruck, too, from AC/DC. It's a little bit, pretty well the same lick, so you're learning AC/DC. Okay, we'll start with the C to E, all right? 1, 2, 3, go. D. C. D. C. D. One more. C. D. Whew! That's kind of a fun exercise. And, you know, of course, you can pick it up and do it faster. As you get faster, you'll find it really hard to do it in the lower part of the bow. And it is really hard to do it in general down there because you're fighting the tip of your bow. It's kind of swinging all over the place. Makes it really hard to control. The middle of your bow is not too bad, except it jumps on you. That's the only thing about that. Now, sometimes I do that on purpose because, you know, a little bit of a jump isn't a bad thing. Sometimes it gives you a little oomph or whatever. For you guys, I would do it in the easy part of the bow. What's nice about that part of the bow when you're doing these string crossings is that I need to apply no weight at all, because the weight of the stick at that point is enough. See that? Meaning I can go faster and lighter. So that's where I would suggest you do it. It would be good for you to get good at it all over the bow, but for now, let's do it in the easy end. Okay? So there you go. So that's how you can practice that. Nice and slow and steady. Don't speed it up until it's clean. Okay? Not jumbly or touching other strings. Don't speed it up until all that stuff is clean, and then speed it up. Now, let's try this Dale Among the Tailors again with our newfound skill. And hopefully it'll go a little bit better. Now, not too fast to start with. So, like that. Okay? 1, 2, 3, go! How is all that? String changing getting smoother? That's great. And Sharon, how you doing with it now? What's
It's getting better, but it's not smooth yet.
Yeah, okay. Now, I was watching you as you went along there, and I'm going to tell you what you're doing right in the hopes that you keep doing it, okay? Which is, you're doing it like this. Very, very well. Your elbow is not really doing anything at all, and I think you got to keep that going. That's how you're going to make it smooth. Continue on like that. Your left hand also looks really good. Now, I know you're probably trying to catch up a little bit, getting the hand ready to do that part as you're busy playing the tune, right? But you'll find a way to incorporate what you're playing in the tune. Like, for instance, you're playing, in the first part, you're playing a D, D, C before that part, right? So you're going to use that. Your D is there, D, D, C, and then you're just going to put that D down again, just like you had it down a minute ago. And that's going to be your way in. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, and I found that the first time we went through it, my hand came down, so I was out of key.
Okay.
And then when we went through the last phrase, I went, oh, and I moved it up, and then it sounded better, and then I was able to get to it.
Oh, it's such a huge factor, eh? That's, that's why I was working with somebody the other day, and he's a guy that's been playing for a while, and he's getting kind of quite good, with a lot of the skills that we're all working on. And I'm trying to get him to not be such a stickler about his own intonation, right? Because he's like really, really... And I said to him, Rick, you're already doing better than Dan R. You're already doing better than that, But the thing is, and the point he was making, and the reason I emphasize intonation so much, is that when you're in tune, your arm moves. Your bow arm moves. And it lets you, like Sharon was saying, it lets the melody kind of be accessible, and it makes you more sure of yourself. And that's why I stress it so much. But try not to get kind of bogged down in it, you know what I mean? But you did the right thing, Sharon. You brought your hand up, it brightened up, and now it's suddenly you can make sense of it, So that's really, really good. So let's keep working on this. I'd like to get this to a decent speed, because of this string crossing. If we can do this tune at a decent speed, there's so many tunes that are going to get opened up that we can do, okay? Now let's leave that, though. Let's leave that terrible torture, and let's go for something that we are a little bit more familiar with, that we can leave on a high note, like George Costanza. Now let's see, what should we do? What have we been working on in terms of speed there lately, ladies? Like, we've been doing some speed trials on stuff, but I just can't remember what it is we're doing. What about jigs? What jigs are we practicing? Swallowtail. Okay, well, yeah. Why don't we do that? We'll do the swallowtail, and then maybe we could put the kesh on there too. Kesh after swallowtail. Yeah, it'd be good. Now let's see. Can somebody, a brave soul, I'm at a bubbly, I'm going to go grab a bubbly. In the meantime, a brave soul that could play me a little bit of the swallowtail so I get an idea what speed we should try it at. Okay? So I'm going to go get a bubbly, and then I want somebody to play me the first little bit of it. Okay? Still, and it's almost noon. Oh my God. We're going to be on one with the couch. My God, I got two lazy lumps up there. Jennifer's gone up to Mono to return Sylvia's skis, and they're up there like attached to the couch, still in their underwear, watching cartoons. My God. Okay, anybody going to play me a little bit of the swallowtail? Who's the brave soul?
Sure, I'll try.
I knew it. Yeah, right on. Very, very good, Julie. Excellent intonation. Really good. Bang on the money. Okay, great. So, if you want to get it smoother, lengthen the bow. But I probably didn't need to say that. I'm always saying that. More bow, more bow. But other than that, very good. So we'll try it at that speed, and we'll do them 2 times each. All right.
Have you playing the cash also, or is it
Yes.
just Hitachi?
Yes.
Do we
2.
have to bring up the cash?
Sure, I would if I were you. Yes, because we're gonna play them as a group.
Okay, just 1 second.
Take your time. No problem at all. Everybody's practicing away there, so you got time.
Oh, okay. Just bring cash.
Okay. Here we go. I'll count you in. And here's the double stop you should have down. 1 on the D, 1 on the A. For most of this tune, it's going to be that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. How did we get along? Not bad? Did we go too fast?
I haven't played these in a while. These are my two of my favorites,
Yeah,
and I need a lot of practice. It's been a long time since I played them.
I
I think it
understand.
was a good speed. I think I just need to get my fingers to remember.
Okay, you think both the same there, Heather?
Yeah, I love Swallowtail. I've practiced it more than the Kesh. So
Yeah.
the Kesh was harder and slower because I haven't been playing it for a while.
Right. Okay. Well, I think maybe what we should do then, since it is a bit of a blast from the past, let's take each one and practice it right slow. Okay? Everything in place. Nice and slow, each one, and then we'll do what we just did, we'll just do it again. Okay? So each tune nice and slow and try to identify it. Remember your new skills that we have with getting your hand in the shape and all that stuff. See if there's some opportunities to do that. Get ahead of some of those phrases while we go slow. And then we'll try it again at that same speed. But first, slow. Death March. The Swallowtail Death March. So kind of like... Okay, and for those that are more familiar with the tune, this is going to be your opportunity to lengthen your bow. So I want you to try to play as long notes as you can when we go this slow. Pull that bow out, okay? Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Ready, 2, 3. Okay, that's all looking good. Everybody getting that okay and coming back? Is it coming back to your hand? Great. Now let's try the same thing, same slow treatment with the Kesh. Nice and easy, no rush. Ready, go. One more time. All right, did that help with the coming back to the hand? Okay, great. So now, last couple of minutes, let's stretch out, do your fiddler stretches, whatever you got to do to get that left arm working, or your right arm, whichever one you're having problems with. Who did I run into recently that has right arm problems? They get tendonitis. Oh, poor Peter McDougall. He's having problems with his right arm. He's in the Celtic Orchestra, and because he's been doing all this work at his marina, and his whole, he says it comes from his shoulder, which sounds like the tendonitis that my brother suffers from, coming from the shoulder and the right arm. So It can be, for some people, it's the right arm, but for most of us, it's the left. Anyway, so let's see. We're going to pick up the pace a little. 2 of them, 2 times each, and then that's it. You're done. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, there we go. Yeah. It was a stint. I think that was 7 minutes straight of playing. There you go. All right, well, that was a great class today, guys. Really, really good workout. And we'll see about learning a new one next time, but let's just keep strengthening the ones we have. But you never know. We'll see. It might happen. All right? Have a great week.
Yeah, thanks, Ann. Bye now.
Bye-bye.